K9 GCR 9WS.
N9WSQ, K9 GCR. Hello, George.
Good evening, Jimmy. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine, George. How are things going with you?
I'll try and stay warm, I guess. I got a couple of friends that got to go upstairs. I just want to check in early, if that's okay.
That's okay. I'll be starting that here in about 5 minutes. I'll put you down as early bird check-in.
Okay, I hope you get 100 of them. Have a good night, N9WS.
I hear it's going to be a good net tonight. It's going to be all about winter field day. Okay, George. 73, thank you for checking in. K9 GCR recorder.
N9WS.
KD9MED, KD9MED, K9 GCR.
KD9MED.
Start recording.
All right, copy that, Jimmy, and I got one more web check-in for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this would be Aaron, Kilo Bravo 9er, Mike Tango Delta. Kilo Bravo 9er, Mike Tango Delta.
Kilo Bravo 9, Mike at Tango Delta. Okay, we've got him checked in.
All right, copy that.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. This is Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Field Day. CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Field Day. Roger, 2 Alpha, New York, please copy 1 Hotel, Illinois, QSL. Roger, 7-3, good luck in the contest. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9 GCR. I'm located here in Freeport, and I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air being place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association participating in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is the PL 114.8 minus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or the PL your radio is not working properly, you can check into the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency, the straight 610 simplex. If I hear you, I will acknowledge you and check you into the net. Also, this net is being live streamed around the world on the internet. So those of you who are checking in via the internet, Mike K9MED is live streaming this net on the internet and also recording this for future rebroadcasts on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Go ahead and type in your call sign, and he will, Mike will relay the information to me. We've got another, I've had 2 internet check-ins, so that's good. Also, if you're on the sticks, if you can hear the repeater but you can't get to it due to conditions, or you don't have internet access or what have you, give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FNFN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio if possible. Okay, in case you're wondering what that was I did a couple minutes ago. This is to put everybody in the mood for Winter Field Day. This is where it's going to take place this weekend. It gets underway locally at 1 o'clock local time, and it'll go for 24 hours. It'll get done at 1 p.m. Local time on Sunday. This is what's going to be on the round table tonight. The discussion. What are you planning on doing on Winter Field Day? Are you going to participate or not participate? Are you going to go somewhere, or are you going to be operating from home? That's what the discussion will be all about. Okay, first, before we do that, though, we'll take a short time on both stations to check in. If you have got family time going on, you can't stay for the remainder of the net, or you rather concentrate your driving. We'll take your short time and we'll check in. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After that, okay. After we get to a short time on both stations, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, say whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfast, bike rides, marathons, or a ham fest. And of course, we'll do our usual features. We'll do the W9UIJ Carl's Corner. This is in honor of our late great friend, Carl Larson, W9UIJ. This is also in honor of the former Tuesday evening TechNet and the Saturday evening TechNet, which Carl used to run several years ago. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? If you have any technical questions, we'll try to answer them on the W9UIJ Carl's Corner. Next, we'll have the W9GD DX Corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time he checks his net, he always had a DX report. Then we'll have the swap net. Let me reset. Somebody trying to check in. All I'm getting is dead air. No audio, no nothing. Okay, we'll move on. Next, we'll do the swap net. You have items that buy, sell, trade, or want concerned related to hobbies, ramps, radio, or computers. We'll do that. That's what's going to happen. I had, let's see, 42 check-ins, or 40 check-ins last week, 26 honorary check-ins. No, 26 on-air check-ins, 2 honorary check-ins, and 14, 2 early bird check-ins, I can say it, 14 honorary check-ins. So, yeah, 2 hours, I think we went for 2 hours and 15 minutes. We'll see how long we'll go tonight, see how many check-ins we get. Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do you have any short-time mobilization you want to check in? Please call now.
AC9GCR, W9JTC, gonna check in short time. Have a good net, sir.
Jimmy, have a good one.
I'm sorry, I doubled over somebody. W9JTC, I got you checked in. There was another station, come back.
AC9GO, Larry and Rockton, and short time, Jimmy, have a good net.
K9RFD Larry with traffic.
9GO, got you checked in. Jamie, how is your wife doing? What are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day?
Good evening, Jimmy. Not sure about Winter Field Day, but wife's doing okay. We're making progress, sir. Thanks for asking. But we'll see about Winter Field Day. We'll just have to play it by ear. 73s and have a great net, sir. W9JTC.
Okay, thank you for checking in, Jamie. 73, have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun. At AC9GO, Larry, before I let you go, what are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day?
Oh, I might check in a few times. I'm not going to spend more than a couple hours at it, if that. But I do have to get on the air with them, see what kind of contacts I can make. Anyhow, that's about it, Jimmy. AC9GO.
Okay, Larry, sounds good. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Good luck on Winter Field Day this weekend. We are in the short time of mobile segment. A station short time of mobile. Want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
K9KZT, Wary with traffic.
9KZT. Okay, Larry. Do you want to give your traffic now, or do you want to wait? It's up to you.
Now, please. I'll be listening later, but I'm not sure I can get on transmit. Anyway, Friday night, February 11th, 7 o'clock, the Rah on the air meeting will be on Zoom and also 2 meters. So it's going to be a presentation by Kurt, and I think you're really going to enjoy this. So back to Jimmy, and good night, everybody, and K9KZT.
Sounds good there, Larry. Thank you for checking in. If I don't get back to you for the roundtable, you have a good, successful field day, and we'll talk to you next week for sure.
Q73.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, that'll be fun. 2 weeks from tonight, monthly rah-rah meeting on Zoom and on the air. That'd be great. Okay, any more short-time mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
November 9, Golf Bravo Papa, Greg in Rockford, short time.
K9GBP. Okay, Greg, I've got you checked in. There was another station trying to check in. Other station, come back, please.
KD9HKX, Larry and Roscoe, short time.
Okay, K9HKX, Larry and Roscoe, I've got you checked in. Greg, N9GBP, before I know you're checking in short time, what are you going to do for field day this weekend?
Well, I'm going to get on and try to make some HF contacts, and guess I'll just have to try and see what happens. Not sure how much time I'll have, but I'll give it a try. Back to you, Jimmy.
Well, good luck. I know that you're new to ham radio operator. This will be your first winter field day. So, okay, sounds good. Good luck. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you for checking in. K9HKX, Larry and Roscoe, I know you're short time. What are you going to be doing for field day?
KC9GCR, KD9HKX. Good evening, Jim, and everyone else in net. I'm just going to do a little bit, maybe an hour or two on the radio. Probably not much more than that. I got several other things I got to get done tomorrow, so I won't have much time to devote to it. But I'm going to get in there a little bit. Back to you, Jim. KC9GCR, KD9HKX.
Okay, Larry, sounds good. Well, good luck. I hope you make a few contacts this weekend, and thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll talk to you next Monday night on the Rah-Rah Info Net. So, okay, thank you for checking in. Any more short-time mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
KC9GCR, this is N9GOV, Dave, Freeport, Illinois, in and out, no traffic, and no plans for field day.
Okay, Dave, N9DLB, Dave in the Freeport. Dave, that was your old call that George now has. Okay, well, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net there, Dave. Enjoy your evening and enjoy your weekend. Thank you for checking in. Any more short-time mobile stations on the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9EPZ.
KD9EPZ, good evening, Al. Are you short time tonight?
I'm kind of a short time tonight. I won't get into it on the air, but I have a problem that's going to keep me down in the room down the hall quite a bit. And rather than not miss myself being called, I figure I better check in and do it now.
Okay, sounds good. Before I let you go, what are you going to be doing for field day?
I'll be trying to make contacts. I won't be. And keep in mind that I'm still working the Winter Heat VHF UHF contest. It's still going on till the end of the month, so I'll be doing that too.
Okay, sounds good, Al. Listen, I'm going to let you go now. Hopefully everything works out well for you. 7-3, have a good evening, and thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Any more short-time mobile stations you want to check in, please call now.
KC9QPL, Paul Low Spark, short time.
KC9QPL, Palm Loves Park. Okay, Paul, I've got you checked in. What are you going to be doing for a winter field day this weekend?
Well, not sure, but probably be listening anyway.
Okay, Paul, sounds good. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you on the Monday night, the Rah-Rah Info Net. Larry K9KCT will be your net control this coming Monday. Thank you for checking in. Any more short-time mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
What, Delta 9, Quebec Delta Papa.
K9QDP. Okay, Rick and Robert, we got you checked in. You're checking in short time. What are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day?
I'm going to be participating in it here, that's for sure. The field day there this summer, I made, I believe it was like 608 contacts. Most of them were on CW. I think out of the 608, if I recall, there's only about 24, 25 of them I made on sideband. And it just took too long to make contacts, establish contacts with people on voice, so I switched over to CW, and man, I was able to nail them out left and right.
I hear you, Rick, I hear you. Okay, hey, have fun this weekend, and thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll definitely talk to you down the hall.
Hey there, Jimmy. 73 still. Have a good night.
Okay, well, I will. Thank you. Any more short-time mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 short-time stations. Okay, that ain't bad at all. Let's see. We'll now go to the general check-ins now, and we'll take, do we have any general check-ins from Northern Illinois who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now.
Kilo Delta 9 or Mike Echo Delta, Mike in Rochelle, and I've got another internet check-in.
Okay, stations are stand by. KD9MED. Let me put you down, and let me check you in. Go ahead with your internet check-in.
Okay, this internet check-in is Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo. Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo. That's Ed in Nashville, Tennessee, that runs a 17-meter streaming live stream.
Oh, station from Nashville, Tennessee. Okay. Well, that W9AXD Thank you for Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. We hold this net each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. either on this repeater or on the 147.195 repeater. Thank you very much, there, Mike, for that, for you checking in and for that internet check-in.
Copy that, Jimmy.
Okay, sounds good. This net is being live streamed around the world on the internet. So that's great. Okay, any more check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe. Okay, Tom, we got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9QVW, Kilo Delta 9, Quebec Victor Whiskey.
KD9QVW, Angelo and Harvard. Okay, Angelo, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table, and thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Haven't heard from you in a while. That's good. Any more check-ins from Northern Illinois would like to check in? Please call now.
AE9JF, Jim Loves Park.
AE9JF, Jim in the Loves Park. Got you checked in, Jim. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois would like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
November 9, Chicago Northwestern, N9 CNW, Mark.
N9 CNW. Okay, well, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I'm trying to avoid stepping on anybody in case you want to check in there. So, okay, well, we got a good turnout from Northern Illinois. General check-ins are a short time. Let's see how many stations we can get from southern Wisconsin. Any station in southern Wisconsin would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
K9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin. Got you checked in, Norm. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the roundtable. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins in southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, it's Friday Night Fish Friday night in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, tavern, eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, bullhead, northern pike, walleye, muskie, or crappie. Those of you in the Milwaukee area, you're eating your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, or Braunschweiger. Of course, you cheese lovers read some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. Now that the Green Bay Packers have been eliminated, the Wisconsin football fans are going to be lost. I know many probably will not be watching any more of football, so you'll be pursuing other interests. I know what's going to happen. Hey Joe, the Packers aren't playing. What do you want to do Sunday? Let's go ice fishing. Okay, I'll get my shanty. You bring your food and your beer and stuff. Your cooler's ready. All right. Okay, I'll bring my fish poles, and we'll bring our generator and our shanty. Don't forget to take your HD with you. What do you want your HD for? Want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? The Friday Night Fun Net on Sunday? Oh, that's right. That's what a lot of the football fans in Wisconsin will be doing. They'll be pursuing other interests. This Sunday they will not be watching any more football, so they're done. So, okay, that's enough. Okay, okay. At this time, do we have any more stations? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm so excited I don't even know what I'm talking about. Do you have any check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Alpha 9 Victor Uniform. Michael in Janesville. I don't have any traffic this evening.
KD9VU, Mike in Janesville. Okay, Mike, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins from northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, at this time, I'm going to pass along some traffic here. I talked to Brandon, K9LOA. He informed me that the VE testing session will definitely take place next Saturday, February 5th at 12:30 p.m. at the Freeport Public Library. I do not know who the chief of VEC here who is going to be presiding over that, but I'll tell you what, until I find out more information, if you want information about this VE testing session, still contact Brandon, K9LOA, for more information. Make sure you bring your PIN number, and you got to sign your FCC 605 form. Again, VE testing session takes place next Saturday, February 5th at 12:30 p.m. at the Freeport Public Library. Okay, now let's see. Somebody, looking at my list, somebody had, did somebody have traffic? Whoever had traffic, go ahead, please. Oh, that's right. That was Larry. That's right. Mentioned about the rah-rah meeting in 2 weeks. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Do we have any more stations who want to check in this time? Please call now. Okay, let's go ahead with Carl's Corner. W9UIG Carl's Corner. In honor of our late great friend Carl Larson, W9UIG. He had many years ago, used to run a Saturday evening TechNet on the 443.275 repeater here in Freeport. And from 2014 to 2018, he and Tony, K9RFD, ran the Tuesday evening TechNet on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. So Carl always read the stuff about the theory, propagation, and what have you. Now, anybody have any technical questions? Are you having a problem with your antenna? Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? You have questions? We'll try to, technical questions, we'll try to answer them for you. Does anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring up at this time? Okay. No the technical questions this week, so maybe we'll try again next week. Let's go ahead with the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time you check into this net, you always have a DX report to pass along. Does anybody have any DX reports they'd like to pass along at this time? Please go ahead.
AC9NW.
AC9NW, okay, what do you got for us?
One of the things I'd like to do is work Parks on the Air QRP, and this afternoon I worked El Yunque National Forest in Puerto Rico with 5 watts on 20 meters single sideband. AC9NW, back to net.
Congratulations on working Puerto Rico. I think that's great. What you can do with that CW, that's great. Congratulations there, Tom. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the roundtable. Thank you for checking in. Does anybody else have any DX reports that they'd like to pass along? Okay, as I usually do almost every Friday night, there are times when I forget. We're going to put down the W9GD. HC honorary check-in for Gene Duncan, the king of DX. Of course, Larry in Crystal Lake has his call now. Formerly, let's move on. Okay, let's move on with the SwapNet. All items involved or created must be related to hobbies, RAM, radio, or computers. All items involved or created must be the property of or possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. I mean, mention price over the air, but any haggling should be done either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any SwapNet traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay, no swap net traffic to be had. We have a swap net segment during the Monday Night Rah-Rah Info Net, of course, on this repeater. And of course, Wednesday evenings at 8 o'clock on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset, we have our Wednesday evening swap net. Runs from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. to all traffic is handled, Mill K9RFD, and I share the duties of net control. Mill ran the net this past Wednesday, and I'll run again next Wednesday. Mill also brings us amateur radio newsline, 15-minute independent news broadcast for the entire amateur radio. Okay, let's go ahead with the roundtable. What are you doing for Winter Field Day? I'll tell you what, Norm K9RGG, I better let you get to you first so you can hit the sack. What are you doing for Winter Field Day this weekend?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Hey, thanks for taking me, Jim, here. It's cold down here in this shack. My wife got me a heater, a nice little radiant heater, but I need 2 of them. My left side is real warm, but the right side is freezing. I'm not going to be doing anything for Field Day, Winter Field Day this year, Jim. I'm a member of the Greater Beloit Amateur Radio Club, and they're getting together at Chuck's place, WD9BB, down in rural Clinton. But with the COVID situation, I think I'll take a pass. Back to you, Jim.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully and then next year it'll all be gone or what have you. Everybody can get together again. Of course, you can always operate from your own home, too, if you like, too. That's what I'm going to be doing, so. Okay, well, Norm, hey, by the way, last week I had told 9 stations like the hot weather, 7 stations like the cold weather, 4 stations were in between. So as a result of the survey I did, will you like the hot weather or the cold weather? So it's usually cold, but the hot weather usually wins out. Okay, Norm, I better let you go so you can hit the sack. 7-3, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Okay, that's right. Okay. Let's go with the roundtable here. What are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day? Mike, K9MED, what are you going to be doing? What are you going to be doing this weekend for Field Day?
KD9MED here, Mike and Rochelle. Well, I will probably be listening in on the Field Day. I haven't participated in one for a couple of years now, and most of it's because of a job change. But I'll definitely be listening in. And if I do get a chance to participate, I will. KD9MED, back to net.
Sounds good there, Mike. Well, thank you for all you do. And like I said, I'm going to be operating from my home, the QTH here. So it sounds good. Thank you for taking in, Mike. Thank you for all you do. AC9NW. Well, what's going on with you? What are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day?
For Field Day, I probably won't spend a lot of time on it, but I might just hook up the QRP rig to the battery to kind of simulate Field Day conditions and see what I can do from here with that. AC9NW, back to net.
Sounds good. Good luck. Hopefully maybe you can make some contact. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Angelo, KD9QVW in Harvard. What's going on with you? What are you going to be doing for a Winter Field Day?
Oh, good evening, Jimmy, and everyone on the net. This year for Winter Field Day, I'm going to operate from home. I just got my general about 3 weeks ago, so I could take advantage of those high-frequency privileges. I'm going to start with, I'm going to chase a little POTA, because a lot of people that I've talked to and heard from have been saying they're going to do Parks on the Air for Winter Field Day, so I'm going to chase some POTA. That's my plan. Back to you, Jimmy. KD9QVW.
Well, good luck there, Angelo. Hopefully you can make some contacts. That'd be great. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. AE9JF, Jim in Loves Park. What's going on with you? What are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day?
AE9JF, good evening, Jimmy. Good evening, everyone on the net. For Winter Field Day, honestly, I've been so busy this week, I didn't give it much thought, and it sort of snuck up on me. So, most likely I won't be doing a lot. I have a friend coming over, and he just recently got his tech license, and I'm going to take his radio and program it for him. He'll be here tomorrow. So other than that, depending on how busy or what's going on, don't have any real plans. I'll probably listen, though. So that's about it for me. AE9JF, back to net.
Sounds good, Jim. I'll either be monitoring this repeater or 147-195. So if your friend, you get your friend's radio program, he can go ahead and throw out his call, and I'm around. I'll try to get back to him. Thank you very much for doing that. Okay, Jim. Thank you for checking in. N9CNW. What's going on with you? What are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day?
Good evening, Jimmy, and everybody on the net. N9CNW here. Probably not too much. I got a lot of work I got to get finished up tomorrow, so I might be listening in, but hope everybody has a good time and hope the conditions are good. N9CNW.
Okay, son. It's N9 Chicago Northwestern. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Okay, I already got Norm, K9RFD. So let's see what the Mike, AE9VU, is going to be doing for Winter Field Day. Mike, what are you going to be doing?
This is AE9VU. I don't think I'm going to do anything. I was thinking about I'd like to get down to see Chuck, but I'm going to have too much to do. Today, I got my new hearing aid, went up to Denny's for breakfast, and then I went over to the chiropractor for an attitude adjustment. So I had a busy day today also, but tomorrow is going to be another busy day, and I just won't be able to get out for field day.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hey, the regular field day will be coming up in about 5 months, or something like that. What's going on? I hear some beeping in the background. You got some other kind of radio going on, or what do you got going there?
I've got someone who insists on calling me, and they know I'm going to be on the radio. I'll have to get to that here pretty quick, too, I guess. Yeah, it's my telephone, so I guess I'll have to get to that pretty quick. You have a nice evening, Jim. This is AA9VU, back to net.
You too, Mike. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll definitely catch you on the Rock County net that's coming at Tuesday night there. So thank you for checking in. That concludes my list. Do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun there this time? Are you just coming home with your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show? If you just turned your radio on, you've been copying the mail for the last 40 minutes, this is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region with route traffic. Please call K9GCR. Well, this is K9GCR, and I control the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to be doing Winter Field Day tomorrow. Of course, out of here, I operate only 20 and 40 meters. I don't. I can copy 80 meters, but I'm not able to get in the transmit on 80 meters. 10 meters. The only stations I'm able to contact are stations in this immediate area. That's it. So I'll be operating 20 and 40. I'm going to see if I can stay up all night tomorrow night. I almost made it last year. Last year I had made 8 contacts for Winter Field Day. We'll see how many contacts I make this year. We'll just we'll just see what happens. So, by the way, winter field day, you'll operate on 10 meters, 20 meters, 40 meters, and 80 meters. Now, stay off the work bands. Those are 12 meters, 17 meters, and 30 meters. Those, as late Gene Doug of W9GD always used to say, stay off the work bands when you mention contacts and the contest or what have you there. So, okay, okay, that's about it there. Any more stations would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, at this time, as I did last week, I'm going to read the DXer's Code of Conduct and the Contester's Code of Ethics. Although I was reading that technically field days is not a contest. It's well, what it is, those of the uninitiated. Field day is a way to get prepared in case of an emergency situation develops. This is what is supposed to be practiced. Like tomorrow, people will go outside, even though it'll be cold. They'll get their station set up and get their emergency power going, and they'll try to operate to make several of the contacts. This is what it's really all about, folks. In case we have an emergency and we lose power for a an extended length of time. People get their battery-operated equipment or whatever going there. They'll get their gasoline-fired generators going, and they'll get their HF gear or whatever going. See if we can make contacts. This is what happens in the years when we had severe weather and we lost power for several days, especially back in the July 5th and 6th of 2003. We all remember that day. Okay, now I'm going to read the DX Code of Conduct. 1. I will listen and then listen again before the calling. 2. I will only call if I can copy the DX station properly. 3. I will not trust the DX cluster and will be sure of the DX station's call sign before calling. 4. I will not interfere with the DX station nor anyone calling and will never tune up on the DX frequency or in the QSX slot. 5. I will wait for the DX station to end a contact before I call. 6. I will always send my full call sign. 7. I will call and then listen for a reasonable interval. I will not call continuously. 8. I will not transmit when the DX operator calls another call sign, not mine. 9. I will not transmit when the DX operator queries a call sign, not like mine. 10. I will not transmit when the DX station requests geographic areas other than mine. 11. When the DX operator calls me, I will not repeat my call sign unless I think he has copied it incorrectly. 12. I will be thankful if and when I do make a contact. 13. I will respect my fellow hams and conduct myself so as to earn their respect. 14. This is not part of the original DX Code of Conduct, but this is something that Kerry, KD9MED, put in. So I will read this. Number 14, I will send a QSL card to the DX operator to confirm my contact with the station. That's the DX Code of Conduct as amended. Now, at this time, I will read the Contester's Code of Ethics. Again, field days is not a contest, but I'm going to read this. I'm going to read this anyway. This is KC9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central here in Freeport. Well, I'll tell you what, let's see if we get any more. Are there any more stations you want to check in? Please call now.
Hey, Jimmy, Whiskey, India 9, Hotel Foxtrot, Chad in Janesville.
Chad, W9AXD, what's going on with you?
No, not a whole lot right now. Just got back from helping a friend out just today and just sitting back and thought I'd turn your net on and see what's going on, see what's checked in. I'm not doing nothing for Winter Field Day this year. I didn't even know it was happening until this year. I haven't been on the radio too much until I moved back down to Rock County here, but probably in the summertime we're going to do Field Day at the house here, probably in the backyard, so it'll be kind of fun. As of right now, though, not a whole lot going on. Can't think of anything fun. So, back to you, Jimmy, W9AXD.
Okay, Chad. Well, I'm going to be doing my field day operations right here from my home. That's like I said, I'm going to try to stay up all night and see how many contacts I can make. Last year I made 8 contacts. Let's see if I can do more than that this year.
Absolutely. Sounds good. I don't have any HF on the air yet. I'd like to try that, but I don't have any antennas for it at the moment. So I'd have to see how far I can get on maybe 5.2 or whatever frequency they use for that. I haven't really even researched much of it, so to give that a shot.
Okay, well, it sounds good, Chad. Hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Well, hey, how is your Simplex net going?
Yeah, we canceled that because either lack of interest or we can't hear anybody checking in, but I have pretty halfway decent range on Simplex. I can hear in Roscoe, Illinois, Rockford, Beloit. So I just don't think there's much interest about that in the area here. So at the moment we're just trying to do a roundtable net Monday night at 6 or 7 p.m. See if people just trickle in just kind of egg chew. Although we haven't been doing a good job at that either, because Joe or myself, either one of us, keep forgetting about it. So that's not going too well either. So that's just more of an informal thing. So have to keep that in mind here. Go ahead.
I understand, Chad. Well, you know, that's what happens. There's a lot of people have other interests going on, and that's just the way it is. We had a similar simplex net on Saturday afternoons on 146.52, but we had about 10 stations checking in. The average of 10 stations, that was about it. And that was summer and warmer weather coming on. They decided to discontinue it. You can't blame people. Who wouldn't want to be outside? That's for sure. Hey, Chad, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, Jimmy, you too, sir. And I'll stick around here. I think you have a question this week, but I don't know what it was. So I'll just stick around that. And my wife is here who's working on her license, so she enjoys your trivia. So we'll stick around for that, too, a little bit later. But I'll be in the background if you have a question or anything else coming up. I'll be here. W9AXD.
Yeah, that was the question. I'm asking everybody what they were going to do for Winter Field Day. Okay, Tom. Yeah, I'll get through the trivia segment in a few minutes here. Thank you for checking in. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, now I'm going to do the contester's code of ethics. 1. I will learn and obey the rules of any contest I enter, including the rules of my entry category. 2. I will obey the rules for amateur radio in my country. 3. I will not modify my log after the contest by using additional data sources to correct call signs / exchange errors. 4. I will accept the judging and scoring decisions of the contest sponsor as final. 5. I will adhere to the DX Code of Conduct in my operating style. 6. I will yield my frequency to any emergency communications activity. 7. I will operate my transmitter with sufficient signal quality to minimize interference to others. That's the contester's code of conduct. I'll tell you what the Rick K9QDP said, and you know, he may be right. If everybody observed the DX Code of Conduct, DX Code of Conduct and the contester's Code of Ethics, there'd probably be no contacts made at all. He might be right. Okay, at this time, let me get my papers straightened out here. Do we have any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to give you a chance if I want to put my papers away here. That's what I wanted to do. So, okay. Before we get into the trivia segment, any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. All right. Now we're going to do Friday Night Fun Net trivia. This is really for the benefit of those stations who are studying for their first ham radio licenses. Again, VE testing session will take place here in Freeport next Saturday, February 5th at 12:30 p.m. at the Freeport Public Library. We got a lot of people listening to this net on scanners. They're trying to become ham radio operators, or they just listen for the enjoyment of it, since they can no longer listen to police communications unless you have a very expensive digital scanner. So this is for the benefit of those who are studying for their first ham radio license. Okay, first question of the evening. What are the FCC rules regarding the use of a phonetic alphabet for station identification in the amateur radio service? A. It is required when transmitting emergency messages. B. It is prohibited. C. It is required when in contact with foreign stations. D. It is encouraged. What are the FCC rules regarding the use of a phonetic alphabet for station identification in the amateur radio service? A. It is required when transmitting emergency messages. B. It is prohibited. C. It is required when in contact with foreign stations. D. It is encouraged. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
Jimmy, my wife thinks answer D Delta to be an NHF.
She is correct, Chad. She is correct. What are the FCC rules regarding the use of a phonetic alphabet for station identification in the amateur radio service? Correct answer is D Delta. It is encouraged. 97.119B2. You are required to identify in English, even if you are communicating in a language other than English. The FCC recommends the use of phonetics when you identify by voice. That avoids confusing the letters that sound alike. The standard phonetics are words in the English language. You may also identify by CW even if using phone. Ham Radio License Manual, page 8-4. Okay. K9GCR with a Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. Transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. Next question. Okay. What determines the transmitting privileges of an amateur station? A, the frequency authorized by the frequency coordinator. B, the frequency is printed on the license grant. C, the highest class of operator license held by anyone on the premises. D, the class of operator license held by the control operator. What determines the transmitting privileges of an amateur station? A, the frequency authorized by the frequency coordinator. B, the frequency is printed on the license grant. C, the highest class of operator license held by anyone on the premises. D, the class of operator license held by the control operator. Does anybody have the correct answer to this question?
Nobody else seems to know it, Jimmy, so again, my wife thinks letter D Delta. I agree to be on NHF.
You both are correct. You both are correct. What determines the transmitting privileges of an amateur station? Correct answer is D Delta, the class of operator license held by the control operator. 97.103B. As a control operator, you may operate the station in any way permitted by the privileges of your license class. It doesn't it doesn't matter what the station owner's privileges are, only the privileges of the control operator. When acting as a control operator, you are restricted to the privileges of your license class. Ham Radio License Manual, page 8-2. Okay. Why might the range of VHF and UHF signals be greater in the winter? Let's do that again. Why might the range of VHF and UHF signals be greater in the winter? A, less ionospheric absorption. B, less absorption by vegetation. C, less solar activity. D, less tropospheric absorption. Why might the range of VHF and UHF signals be greater in the winter? A, less ionospheric absorption. B, less absorption by vegetation. C, less solar activity. D, less tropospheric absorption. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
Bravo.
We got two stations coming in. Let's try that one more time.
K9EPZ.
Go ahead, Al.
He's in Bravo.
Okay, Al. Let me get back to you. And other station trying to get in there. Other station, come back.
KE9JF, Al is correct.
And so are you. Why might the range of VHF and UHF signals be greater in the winter? Correct answer is B, Bravo. Less absorption by vegetation. Vegetation can also absorb VHF and UHF radio waves. This can result in greater range in the winter. Ham Radio License Manual, page 4-2. Let's see if we can find another one here. Okay, how much voltage does a mobile transceiver typically require? A, about 12 volts. B, about 30 volts. C, about 120 volts. D, about 240 volts. How much voltage does a mobile transceiver typically require? A, about 12 volts. B, about 30 volts. C, about 120 volts. D, about 240 volts. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
Let's go with 12 volts. A, KD9MED.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. How much voltage does a mobile transceiver typically require? Correct answer is A alpha, about 12 volts. Radios that operate from a 12-volt supply usually work best at the slightly higher voltage of 13.8 volts, typical of vehicle power systems with the engine running. Ham radio license manual, page 5-16. Okay. What is the formula used to calculate the electrical power in a DC circuit? A. Power, P equals voltage, E, multiplied by current, I. B. Power, P equals voltage, E, divided by current, I. C. Power, P equals voltage, E, minus current, I. D. Power, P equals voltage, E, plus current, I. Well, it sounds like double talk to me. What is the formula used to calculate the electrical power in a DC circuit? A. Power, P equals voltage, E, multiplied by the current, I. B. Power, P equals voltage, E, divided by current, I. C. Power, P equals voltage, E, minus current, I. D. Power, P equals voltage, E, plus current, I. Anybody correct to answer this question?
Bravo, W9AXD.
Sorry, Chad, that's not correct. Thanks for trying. Anybody else want to give it a shot? Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll read the question and get the correct answer. What is the formula used to calculate electrical power in a DC circuit? Correct answer is A alpha. Power, P equals voltage, E, multiplied by current, I. I don't think I'll ever read that question again. What electrical component usually is constructed as a coil of wire? A. Switch. B. Capacitor. C. Diode. D. Inductor. What electrical component usually is constructed as a coil of wire? A. Switch. B. Capacitor. C. Diode. D. Inductor. Anybody correct to answer this question?
Let's go with D delta, the inductor, KD9MED.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. What electrical component usually is constructed as a coil of wire? Correct answer is D delta, inductor. We'll find another one here. Which of the following can reduce overload to a VHF transceiver from a nearby FM broadcast station? A. RF preamplifier. B. Double shielded coaxial cable. C. Using headphones instead of the speaker. D. A band reject filter. Which of the following can reduce overload to a VHF transceiver from a nearby FM broadcast station? A. RF preamplifier. B. Double shielded coaxial cable. C. Using headphones instead of the speaker. D. Band reject filter. Anybody correct to answer this question?
Seems how nobody picked it up, Jimmy. I'm going to give it to my wife again. Answer D like Delta, to be on NHF. I know I got to quit doing that, but I want people to know, hey, she's studying.
Oh, that's good, Chad. That's good. She's studying, and you are correct. And which of the following can reduce overload to a VHF transceiver from a nearby FM broadcast station? Correct answer is D delta, band reject filter. All right. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater and Rockford, transferring for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Before we continue, if we have any more stations who want to check in this time, please call now. Okay, we'll see if I can find another. All right. Which of these items would be useful for a hidden transmitter hunt? A. Calibrated SWR meter. B. A directional antenna. C. A calibrated noise bridge. D. All of these choices are correct. Which of these items would be useful for a hidden transmitter hunt? A. Calibrated SWR meter. B. A directional antenna. C. A calibrated noise bridge. D. All these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9EPZ says B.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. Which of these items will be used? Which of these items will be useful for a hidden transmitter hunt? Correct answer is B. Bravo, a directional antenna. This happened to me about going on 5 years ago. We had our State Line After Radio Club. We had our fox hunt. I was the fox. I was supposed to be in one car, but I ended up in another car. They couldn't find me for 2 hours, and they were only a few feet away from me too. They finally found me, but that was the first time that I ever was involved in a fox hunt. I was the sly fox, that's for sure.
Oh, I believe that, Jimmy. W9HF.
Say that again there, Chad.
I said, somehow I believe that of you, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, yeah. Okay, sounds good. Okay, we're going to read 2 more questions from this technician segment, then we'll move on to the next one. Which of the following describes a type of antenna loading? A. Inserting an inductor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it electrically longer. B. Inserting a resistor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it resonant. C. Installing a spring in the base of a mobile vertical antenna to make it more flexible. D. Strengthening the radiating elements of a beam antenna to better resist wind damage. Which of the following describes a type of antenna loading? A. Inserting an inductor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it electrically longer. B. Inserting a resistor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it resonant. C. Installing a spring in the base of a mobile vertical antenna to make it more flexible. D. Strengthening the radiating elements of a beam antenna to better resist wind damage. Does anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9EPZ. Come on, people. It's A.
Yes, you are correct, Al. And yes, with people, if you know these questions, let's not depend on somebody else to answer these questions. It's all in fun, of course. But let's give other people a chance to answer some of these questions here. But you are correct, Al. You are correct. Which of the following describes a type of antenna loading? Correct answer is A. Alpha. Inserting an inductor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it electrically longer. Inserting an inductor into the antenna element is called inductive loading, and it makes the antenna longer electrically than it is physically. Ham radio license manual, page 4-13. Okay. Last question of this segment, and let me see if I can find it here. Alrighty. Okay. We'll find it. Okay. Just a minute, one moment, please. Which are the toughest questions in the technician's general or extra Q&A? Your tower questions, of course. Those of you who are going to be coming to Freeport next Saturday, those of you, you new listeners, are going to soon become AM radio operators. Someday you're going to be involved in the tower climbing crew. You're going to either going to be climbing the tower itself, or you're going to be part of a ground support crew. This next question, which I'm about to read, might put you over the top as far as passing your technician's class license, so listen carefully. Okay. Which of the following is an important safety precaution to observe when putting up an antenna tower? A. Wear a ground strap connected to your wrist at all times. B. Insulate the base of the tower to avoid lightning strikes. C. Look for and stay clear of any overhead electrical wires. D. All of these choices are correct. Which of the following is an important safety precaution to observe when putting up an antenna tower? A. Wear a ground strap connected to your wrist at all times. B. Insulate the base of the tower to avoid lightning strikes. C. Look for and stay clear of any overhead electrical wires. D. All of these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9JF. C is in Charlie.
You are correct, Jim. You are correct. Which of the following is an important safety precaution to observe when putting up an antenna tower? Correct answer is A. Alpha. Look for and stay clear of any overhead electrical wires. Power lines are the enemy of antenna installers. Place all antennas and feed lines well clear of power lines, including the utility service dropped to your home. Be sure that if any of a part of the antenna or support structure falls, it cannot fall on the power lines. A good guideline is to separate the antenna from the nearest power line by 150% of total height of tower or mast plus antenna. A minimum of 10 feet of clearance during a fall is a must. Never attach an antenna or guide wire to a utility pole, since a mechanical failure could result in contact with high voltage power lines. Ham radio license manual page 18. Okay, this concludes this portion of Friday. I don't know what happened there. This concludes this portion of Friday Night Fun Trivia. We'll read a few questions from the general Q&A now. But before I do we have any more stations who just joined us who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, let's go to general. We'll read some general questions. Oh, boy. Okay. First question, what is the maximum transmitting power an amateur station may use on 10.140 megahertz? A, 200 watts PEP output. B, 1,000 watts PEP output. C, 1,500 watts PEP output. D, 2,000 watts PEP output. What is the maximum transmitting power an amateur station may use on 10.140 megahertz? A, 200 watts PEP output. B, 1,000 watts PEP output. C, 1,500 watts PEP output. D, 2,000 watts PEP output. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KC9YI.
K9YI, Scott Monroe, good evening.
I believe it's A as an alpha.
You are correct, Scott, you are correct. What is the maximum transmitting power an amateur station may use on 10.140 megahertz? Correct answer is 200 watts PEP output. The general rule is that maximum power is limited to 1,500 watts PEP output, although there are exceptions where less power is allowed. One such exception is the 30-meter band, 10.100 to 10.150 megahertz, where the maximum power output for US amateurs is 200 watts. 97.313C, the 1 general class license manager, page 3-15. KC9YI, good evening, Scott. I'm asking the question, what are your plans for Winter Field Day? Are you going to do anything for Winter Field Day this year?
It's cold out there, Jim. I don't know. I was thinking of doing something, but I'm changing my mind, and it's here already. I know. Yeah. Now they said it was 200 watts PEP. Yeah, I didn't know the PEP part. I always run 100 watts on that band. So I don't know what that's considered. Is that key down? Of course, on CW, you're on 50% of the time. So is that considered PEP? I wonder. I don't know. I'll have to look into that a little bit. I didn't realize they had that PEP stipulation there on 10 megahertz. Over.
Well, I've never worked that band, so I couldn't I couldn't tell you. I'm just going by what the book says.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I do hear some people, with that FT101 on there. I thought that I've heard some people using 200 watts, but on CW. Now I don't know if that's considered in compliance or not. Another band that you have a power reduction is 60 meter band. Those channels on 60 meters. So anyway, I didn't know it was listed as peak envelope power, but maybe it is. Maybe like I say, my transmitter only runs 100 watts, so I think I'm okay there. And it's a CW only band, and then also, of course, now they've got the. It's interesting because there's a lot of FT8 on that band. I don't know whether that's considered PEP or whether that's 100% duty cycle type of thing. So that's interesting. I guess I never looked into that. Yeah, it's cold out there, Jim. I don't know. I'm starting to chicken out, but I was going to throw an antenna out the window here and maybe work some with my Fox River Valley coil there is what was intended, but I don't know. Maybe Becky will have something else for me to do. KC9GCR in the net. This is KC9YI.
That K9GCR. Okay, well, you can always operate from home too, so that's what I'm going to be doing. But do you know any other guys in the Monroe and in Greene County? Are they going to be operating Winter Field Day or not?
I talked to Chuck kind of talked about it a little bit, and we were because of COVID, then we decided just we were on our own. I don't know. I haven't heard anything lately. Yeah, I got to look up the regulations on that field day thing. I don't know. Do they have classes then too, like they do in summer? Do you have to operate like Class D or whatever? Or I'll have to look up the rules on this. I don't know if it's quite the same as it is in the summertime.
I do know this. FT8 is not going to be allowed for a Winter Field Day. But I guess you still got to operate, say, within your class. Let's see if anybody else listening can maybe help you out. Well, I guess not, Scott. But yeah, that's all. That FT8 is not going to be allowed for a Winter Field Day.
Oh, real good. Yeah. I'll have to look that up a little bit. I don't know. We were kind of talking about that the other day somewhere. I was talking to somebody about it. Maybe it was with you on the Sunday night net. But anyway, real good. Anyway, you got me checked in, and I'll let you proceed with your quiz there. But I thought I'd just jump in and I do like that 10 megahertz band. That's a fun band to work, and because I don't have an amplifier, it's kind of nice. Everybody's running the same power level, and so if I hear them, I can get back to them. KC9GCR, this is KC9YI.
Okay, Scott, sounds good. Let's see if anybody else listening can help Scott out. Anybody know about any rules or regulations there concerning winter field day? I guess not. I guess sorry we couldn't help you out there, but hey, Scott, thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. You enjoy your evening and enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you on Sunday night.
Real good, Jim. 73. Talk to you later. This is KC9YI.
That's Scott, KC9YI. He's net control of the Greene County Aries Races Net. That meets Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater. It's the PL Monroe PL of 123.0 minus all says it's a combination Aries Races Ragtune net. That net, let's see. This past Sunday, the net ran for 1 hour and 45 minutes. I told Scott he's welcome to stay on there for a half hour. He can maybe surpass the time I had on the Friday Night Fun Net last Friday, was 2 hours 15 minutes. He said he didn't want to do that. Okay, sounds good. Okay, any more stations want to check in, please call now.
K9RFD. Bob down over here in Freeport, Jimmy, about a mile west of you.
Okay, just, okay, Bob, hold on there. Okay. N9ZXK. Okay, Bob, I've got you checked in, Ricky. WX9RLT. Okay, Ricky, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a couple minutes, Ricky. The 9ZXK, Bob, what's going on?
Oh, not a heck of a lot. Just got home. Being a grandparent, called one of the grandsons needed a ride home. He got stranded here in town. He lives out in Pearl City, so came in town with a buddy of his, and they was at a friend's house, and the buddy left, and he had no way home. So I did grandfather duties. How's that sound?
I do it. That's all there. You can't let. That's for sure. Okay. Hey, what are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day?
Probably nothing really. We got plans to be out of town most of the day tomorrow, and I did hear one thing. I heard Scott talking about what I don't know, Scott. It came about rules, all right. But I do know there's one rule of Winter Field Day.
Go ahead.
It has to be in the wintertime.
Repeat that, please.
One rule that I know of Winter Field Day has to be in the wintertime.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's for sure. I don't know. I'm gonna try to make contact with some station. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can stay up overnight there, which I almost did last year. We'll see what I made 8 contacts last year for Winter Field Day. Let's see how many I make this year.
And 6K with KC9GCR on the Friday Night Fun Net. Anyway, Jimmy, yeah, I forgot, you know, one thing, we're going to be gone most mid-afternoon, but the wife's working third tomorrow night, so I might mess around one of the radios tomorrow night. I got to figure out which one I want. Don't know if I want the 2000 or 920. That's a flip a coin, I guess. So, all right, I will talk to you later. Have a good night. Have a good night here. K9GCR 96K.
Okay, sounds good, Bob. 73, you have a good evening. Well, I heard you check into the Rick's North America long wires net this past Tuesday night. Definitely a signal good. Of course, we're a mile away from each other. So, okay, talk to you later, Bob. Have a good evening. And thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. WX9RLT, Ricky in Loves Park. What's going on with you? What are you going to be doing for Winterfield Day?
Good evening, Jimmy, and everybody on the net. Not too much going on here. We're just kind of dealing with a little bit of sickness coming around now, so not too pleasant. But hopefully we'll recover here soon. Winterfield Day, haven't really put too much thought into it. I know before the whole COVID thing, you know, I used to, you know, enjoy going out to do the field day. You know, like out and about to, you know, like the places that used to run it here local. But since COVID hit, I know that hasn't been very possible. So I think I'm going to probably do the option of doing it from the house. So I think that's going to be my option. So it's kind of better that way too. So that way you don't have to worry about the whole COVID, and you don't have to worry, you know, about getting cold. But I know that's the whole concept of Winterfield Day, though. So, but yeah, long story short, I'm just going to do it from the house. And, you know, is there anybody that's going to do it local? I mean, I know the clubs were doing it before, but I haven't heard any this year. If there is, then I might change my mind and actually go out to an actual field day event. So, is there anybody that's going to be holding one local?
Let's see, Chuck, a WD9BB in Clinton, Wisconsin. He's going to be holding Winterfield Day. Kurt, KD9MED, is going up there to QTH tomorrow, and several other. I believe that Rock County at the Repeater Association is going to be conducting that Winterfield Day. So that's about. Let's see. I don't know if Chad, W9AXD is listening. Chad, if you're listening, if you know more about this than I do, why don't you go ahead and get back to Ricky, WX9RLT.
Jimmy, I'm on the phone. I didn't quite copy what that was about. What was the details on that? Go ahead.
Okay, you want to repeat that? I did not quite catch that.
I was on the phone. I didn't copy the traffic. What was traffic again? I didn't copy.
Okay, Ricky, WX9RLT in Loves Park wants to know about any field day activities in the area. I told him about Chuck, the WD9BB is having one. Do you know anything about any other activity?
I don't really know of anything off my top of my head. I know Joe, K9 Zulu India Papa, was talking about field day, or the winter field day, someplace, and I believe it's Chuck, I think he's in Clinton, I think it's W9BB, Bravo. I have to look, but I think they're having a winter field day out of his shed at his house. So, Jimmy, do you have email? Can you maybe send me his contact info? I'll give you my email over here.
Okay, I don't. That's all I know about Ricky, WX9RLT. That's the only information I have about any other field day. That's what's going on. WD9BB, Chuck. I don't know his email address or his phone number, but he conducts the CNOW net every day, Monday through Friday, for 1,400 to 1,500 hours and 14.287 megahertz at 20 meters upper sideband. But that's as far as as far as getting a hold of him goes, sorry, I can't help you there.
Roger that. I was going to, it might be on the Rock County website, rockhamradio.com or .org. I don't remember which one. I think it's .com. Rockhamradio. Either org or can't talk tonight. Rockhamradio.org or .com. Might be listed on there, but you have email, Jimmy. I can give you my email if you can send me his contact, Ricky's contact info. I can research it and give a call next week.
Well, of course I don't. Of course I don't have email. That's the way it goes there. Okay, Ricky, WX9RLT. Did you copy that information? Rockham.org.
If I appreciate it, I'm going to check that out as soon as the computer boots up there, so I appreciate it. I know last time I went to field day, winter field day, was over at Bill's house, so that tells you how long it's been, so it's been a few years, so I didn't know if Bill was holding one here local or not, so hey, I appreciate it.
Mickey, that website is rockhamradio, all one word, .com or .org. I don't remember which. But if you want to take my email, just send me an email. I can look at it next Tuesday on the net. But you can get into the 4 or 5 net in Janesville on Tuesday. Maybe ask, see what they tell you. But I can research it on my end if you want to take down my email.
No, I'm good. I can look it up there. It should be pretty easy to find. So you got 1 or 2 options, .com or .org. So yeah, hey, I appreciate it though.
Roger that, not a problem. Again, it's rockhamradio.org or .com, either one. Roger that. I'm going to get back to my landline here, so thanks a lot. Glad I could help a little bit. W9AXD Janesville.
Over to you, Jimmy, WX9RL.
Okay, Ricky, that's the only information I have about any other winter field day activity in the area, but that's about it there. So let's see. Well, 2 years ago, I was at the Salvation Army headquarters here in Freeport there for a winter field day, and we picked up a couple new was Cody K9OBD who showed up there. He got it was just before he took his test and passed his test and got licensed there. But I met K9CWS or K9CWS and Steve down in Mount Morris. He came up and first I got to meet him. So that was the last time I went to a winter field day. 2020 at the Salvation Army. That was before the pandemic hit.
You know, the one thing I enjoy about the winter field day is kind of like the thing out there in Belvedere. You get to meet people in person, and you know, you get to meet new people and put a face to the voice. So you know, it's kind of, I'm glad that they have a winter field day just because you can, just because of that. So all right, Jimmy, I'll slide to the side there and let you pick it back up on the trivia there, so hopefully I'll get some answers wrong. Back to you, Jimmy, WX9RLT.
Okay, sounds good there, Rick. Don't worry about the tower question. I read one already. We won't do another one. I think last week you got one right. You did get one right, but we'll worry about it. So sounds good. Okay, thank you for checking in, Ricky. Before we continue, any more stations you want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Oh boy, okay. All right, here's one. This is from the general Q&A. How does a ferret bead or core reduce common mode RF current on the shield of a coaxial cable? A, by creating an impedance in the current's path. B, it converts common mode currents to differential mode. C, by creating an out-of-phase current to cancel the common mode current. D, ferrets expel magnetic fields. How does a ferret head or core reduce common mode RF current on the shield of a coaxial cable? A, by creating an impedance in the current's path. B, it converts common mode current to differential mode. C, by creating an out-of-phase current to cancel the common mode current. D, ferrets expel magnetic fields. Anybody correct answer this question?
I'll try A alpha on that one, KD9MED, and that's a guess.
Okay, got two stations checked in. Jim in Loves Park, we got you. Mike in Rochelle, come back.
I'll try A alpha, and I'm guessing on that one, KD9MED.
Oh, you are both correct. You are both correct. 89JF, Jim in Loves Park, and Mike, K9MED in Rochelle, you are both correct. How does a ferret bead or code reduce the common mode RF current on the shield of a coaxial cable? Correct answer is A alpha. By creating an impedance in the current's path. A common approach to cure RFI is to block RF current flow by placing an impedance in its path. This is done by forming the conductor carrying the RF current into an RF choke by winding it around or through a ferret core. General Class License Manual, page 5-24. Okay. Okay, hold on. Alright. Okay. I think this question really belongs in the technician's portion, but we'll read it anyway. What is the stage in a VHF FM transmitter that generates a harmonic of a lower frequency signal to reach the desired operating frequency? A, mixer. B, reactance modulator. C, pre-emphasis network. D, multiplier. What is the stage in a VHF FM transmitter that generates a harmonic of a lower frequency signal to reach the desired operating frequency? A, mixer. B, reactance modulator. C, pre-emphasis network. D, multiplier. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
Q for C, Charlie, WX9RLD.
Oh, Ricky, I'll tell you what. Sorry, that's not correct. Thank you for trying. Anybody else want to give it a shot? All right, I'll read the question, get the correct answer. What is the stage in a VHF FM transmitter that generates a harmonic of a lower frequency signal to reach the desired operating frequency? Correct answer is D delta multiplier. In a VHF FM transmitter, a reactance modulator operates on a radio frequency oscillator that is normally operating in the high frequency or HF range. A frequency multiplier doubles or triples the frequency of the modulated signal, usually by generating harmonics of the modulated HF signal and selecting one for output to the next stage in the transmitter. Sometimes several multiplier stages are required to produce a signal at the desired output frequency. General Class License Manual, page 5-5. This is a hard one there. Okay. What is one disadvantage of a directly fed random wire HF antenna? A, it must be longer than one wavelength. B, you may experience RF burns when touching metal objects in your station. C, it produces only vertically polarized radiation. D, it is more effective on the lower HF bands than on the higher bands. What is one disadvantage of a directly fed random wire HF antenna? A, it must be longer than one wavelength. B, you may experience RF burns when touching metal objects in your station. C, it produces only vertically polarized radiation. D, it is more effective on the lower HF bands than on the higher bands. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
This is somebody jumping in there. D Delta. I'm probably wrong again, but D Delta WX9RLD.
Well, you're right about one thing, Rick. You're wrong on this one too. Hey, this is all in fun, folks. Hey, anybody else want to give it a try? All right, I'll read the question and give the correct answer. What is one disadvantage of a directly fed random wire HF antenna? Correct answer is B, Bravo. You may experience RF burns when touching metal objects in your station. A random wire antenna is connected directly to the transmitter at one end. It can be of many lengths because an antenna tuner is used to match the impedance of the antenna. There is no feed line. One significant disadvantage of a random wire antenna is that you may experience RF hotspots in your station because the station equipment and wiring are part of your antenna system. General Class License Manual, page 7-16. All right, okay. All right, let's see if we can find some another questions here. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. I'm trying to use the same question. All right. No. All right. This is the last question of the evening. I'm not going to read any extra questions tonight. We'll save that for next week. Last question. Those of you who use the backup generators should know the correct answer to this one by heart. Which of the following is a primary reason for not placing a gasoline-fueled generator inside an occupied area? A, danger of carbon monoxide poisoning. B, danger of the engine over torque. C, lack of oxygen for adequate combustion. D, lack of nitrogen for adequate combustion. Which of the following is a primary reason for not placing a gasoline-fueled generator inside an occupied area? A, danger of carbon monoxide poisoning. B, danger of engine over torque. C, lack of oxygen for adequate combustion. D, lack of nitrogen for adequate combustion. Anybody correct answer to this question?
Let's go with A Alpha. KD9MED.
89F, okay, we heard you. There was another station trying to get in there. Come back.
KD9MED, A Alpha.
Well, Jim and Mike, you're both correct again. You're both correct. Which of the following is a primary reason for not placing a gasoline-fueled generator inside an occupied area? The correct answer is danger of carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide and other exhaust fumes can accumulate in your garage, basement, or other confined living areas, so ventilation is very important. Be sure not to place generators near air intakes or vents as well. General Class License Manual, page 9-7. This concludes Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for this week. We'll do it again next week. At this time, we have any more stations we want to check in. Please call now.
KD9MED with another internet check-in.
Okay, Mike, go ahead.
Yep, please check in Mike, Kilo, Charlie Niner, Charlie Foxtrot Lima. Kilo Charlie Niner, Charlie Foxtrot Lima.
Oh, Mike, he's checked in his net many times. When we first started this net, I think he checked in exactly 1 year, 52 straight check-ins. Okay, yeah, Mike and Rockton, I know he is. Okay, I'm checked in, thanks. Okay, any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
KC9GCR, K9FLO.
K9FLO. Hello, Dean.
Evening, Jimmy. How's the net going tonight?
The net's going great. You're checking number 30. Let's do that again. The net's going great. You're checking number 30, and I'm asking a question. What are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day?
I'll be doing Winter Field Day. How about that?
Okay, that's for sure. Are you going to be doing it at your QTH, or are you going to be at Chuck's location?
We'll be over at Chuck's location. Be getting up early tomorrow and getting stuff together and get it over there and get set up and all that good type stuff. So hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer, but I think it's going to start out pretty cold. And of course at the time we're setting up all the antennas, but it should work out real good. We've done this before several times, and difference being this time the weather is more favorable, and hopefully COVID's not an issue for there. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, sounds good, Dean. Well, that's great. I think that's the only. I think you guys are the only ones going to be doing Winter Field Day in the area. Nobody else is. It's supposed to get in. The high is supposed to be in about the mid-20s tomorrow, so you shouldn't have any problem weather-wise.
I think it'll be good. As long as we don't have snow, rain, snow, freezing rain, stuff like that. One year we had freezing rain the night on a field day night, and next day when we got got all done to take the antennas down and all that, the ropes they were frozen in the trees, so made it rather interesting getting our antennas down. But I think this time it'll be pretty good there, Jimmy.
Okay, well that's good. I know a couple of years ago, I think it was was real cold. You guys had to cancel there at the last minute. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm going to be operating from home here. I'm going to be. Let's see. Last year I made 8 check-ins, and I stayed up almost all night last year. I'm going to see if I can do it again this year. I'm going to see how many contacts I can make this year.
Very good. Yeah, very good. And see if you can hear us. Probably not. That's going to be tough from your place up to Clinton. There's no really good band to get on for that there, but we'll be using the call sign of K9BY, Kilo 9, Bravo Yankee. So if you by remote chance hear us, then yeah, certainly check in. All right, Jimmy, I'm going to jump out of here and hit the sack. Got a big day tomorrow. Talk to you later. Have a great net tonight. And take 7-3s. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, sounds good, Dean. You have fun at Field Day tomorrow. We'll definitely catch you next week. Let me know how everything went there. Yeah, Brett, K9BY, he's not checked into this net. I don't think he has not checked into this net in about a few years anyway, so. Okay, Dean, thank you for checking in 7-3. Have a good evening.
Yep.
Okay, we have any more stations who'd like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay, at this time, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other nets in the area. At about 9 minutes and about 10 o'clock, if you're able to pick up the CFMC 443750 repeater in Chicago, the PL 114.8 plus offset night watch will be getting underway. They haven't come in they've not been coming in at all this week. This past Wednesday, I forgot all about it. But they have not been coming in very well. But that net runs 7 nights a week. It gets underway at 10 p.m. It'll be a few minutes away. And if you cannot get in via the repeater, you can get in via the echo link. Again, that's a CFMC Chicago FM Club 443750 repeater. That is PL 114.8 plus offset night watch. That net runs 7 nights a week. Lunch Bunch net meets Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Swap net at 12:30 p.m. on the 145.430 W9DUP DuPage County repeater in Downersville, Illinois. That has a PL 107.2 minus offset. There is a Saturday night fun net which meets every Saturday evening at 9 p.m. on the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, PL 127.3 minus offset. I couldn't pick them up at all last week, you gotta check it. There's a lot more structure than this net. You gotta check it a certain way, A through G, H through N, so on and so forth. But some of the topics they talk about, I wouldn't even dream of bringing them up on this net. But Saturday night fun net, 9 p.m. on Saturdays, 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, PL 127.3 minus offset. Okay, I already mentioned the Green County Aries net at 7:30 p.m. on 145.110 repeater Monroe, PL 123.0 minus offset with Scott K9YI. The Big Thunder Amps Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. That has PL 100.0 minus plus offset. The Whiteside County Aries group meets every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling. PL 114.8 minus offset. You should not have any problem getting into that repair. Their antenna is located on about 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police District 1 radio tower. Monday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repeater, Monday Night Rah-Rah Info Net is held. Larry K9KCT and I share the duties of the net control. I think I had about 11 check-ins or something like that. The Lee County Aries group holds its Monday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon, PL 82.5 minus offset. The Kishwaukee Amps Radio Club holds its Monday evening net at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with the PL 100.0 minus offset. Okay, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. on the 147.195 repeater, we have the first of two Health and Tech nets. The other Health and Tech net meets Thursdays also at 7 p.m. on the same repeater. Larry H9 GO has the Tuesday evening net, and I have the Thursday evening net. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise, if they have any technical questions. By the way, at the end of the Monday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night's nets, Larry K9KCT has code practice. So if you're interested in that, be sure to stick around and listen for that. The Rock County Naps Radio Club holds at the Rock County Public Service Net, also at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, PL 123.0 minus offset. Rick, K9QDP, holds his the North America Long Wires Net Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 28.390 megahertz, 10 meters of upper sideband. The Ogle County and Hampshire Radio Net for Area Skywarn meets at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon, PL of 146.2 plus offset. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater. PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the weekly Stevens County Aries Net. One moment, please. Okay, as I said, Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 147.390 repeater here in Freeport, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the weekly Stevens County Aries Net. I'm net control. I think I had a total of 5 or 6 check-ins. Immediately following that net at 8 p.m. on the same repeater, we have our Wednesday evening swap net. Runs from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. to all traffic is handled. Mel, K9RFD, and I share the duties of net control. He did it this past Wednesday, and I'll do it next Wednesday. Mel also brings his Hampshire Radio Newsline, 15-minute independent news broadcast devoted entirely to Hampshire radio. And those of you in the Beloit area, I have not forgotten you. The Greater Beloit Hampshire Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Beloit with a PL 123.0 plus offset. I regret to say I'm not able to pick up that repeater. I can, but I can just barely hear it here at this QTA. Okay, as you know, we no longer hold the Salvation Army Saturn net on the 3.9 repeater. Due to a lack of interest and our fire chief passing away, he was a member of the Salvation Army board. Those of the disaster team have left, so Brandon and K9LA decided not to hold the Saturn net anymore. Let me one moment, please. Okay, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the information on some of the other Saturn nets we got. International Saturn net meets Monday through Saturday at 1500 hours Zulu on 14.265 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. Central Territory Saturn net meets Tuesday at 1330 hours Zulu on 7.265 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transferring for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Okay, continuing on with we got 2 other Saturn nets. Those of you who can pick up a couple of the Chicago repeaters. West Metro Chicago Saturn net meets Monday evenings at 7 p.m. local time on the 145.310 repeater in Wheaton, Illinois. That has a PL of 107.2 minus offset. The East Metro Chicago Saturday Net meets on Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. local time on the CFMC Chicago FM Club 146.760 repeater in Chicago with PL 107.2 minus offset. Okay. The senile net meets every morning from 1400 to 1500 hours Zulu with Chuck WD9BB. It's on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. Okay, now you're all caught up to date on your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters. You remember me, Ham Radio Club. By all means, support your local clubs. Okay. Any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time, please call now. Okay. I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Contact Brad. Oh boy. Contact Ricky WX9RLT or Brad. Oh boy, I forget his call and I got it written down somewhere too. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Brad Smith used to be WW9WWW. Well, we won't go into that. But they're more or less in charge of the Facebook page. You see updated pictures of my ham shack, pertinent information about the Friday Night Fun Net, and weather information. Now, a reminder, this net is being live streamed on the internet, and it's being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Go to Friday Night Fun Net Central if you want to hear this net or previous nets. With the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page, every night is Friday night. You can even, let's see, every day is Friday, and every night is Friday night. You can listen to the Friday Night Fun Net 7 nights a week or 7 days a week, too. You can listen to all of this net, or you can listen to parts of the net, like the trivia segment, the swap net, the DX corner, or the what have you. So, and the trivia segment too. So, okay. Next, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232. FN 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I had one station check in that was W99WTF, Tom. And let's see, KF9SD checked in on the internet. He later checked in on the phone. I told him that Mike, K9MED, already got his internet check, and he said okay. But you see pictures of the Friday Night Fun Net hotline on the Facebook page. It's a traditional red desktop touch-tone telephone. And that if you hear it ring and I'm transmitting, you hear it ring, it's a real telephone ring, folks. Not that phony baloney cell phone ring. Okay. Okay, that's the information we got there. If we have any more stations like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, at this time, I am going to read the after's code. As Tony N9RFD always used to say, some to live by not only on the radio but throughout life itself. Number 1, the after is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such ways to lessen the pleasures of others. 2, the after is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio afters is a local club in the American Radio Relay League to which Amateur Radio is represented. 3. The Amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. It is well built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. The Amateur is friendly. Slow and patient sending when requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the Amateur spirit. 5. The Amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. The Amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the Amateur's code. Okay, I'm sure those of you know about the volcanic eruption which took place about 2 weeks ago on the island of Tonga in the Pacific. They were out of electricity or what have you. They have no internet connections. Their phone service is dead. But I'm sure there are a few amateur radio operators in Tonga who are getting the information out to the outside world, prior to Australia and New Zealand. So keep the people of Tonga in your thoughts and prayers, if you would, please. Are there any more stations I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Does anybody have any additional questions, comments, traffic, or input they'd like to bring before the net this time? Okay, stand by. I gotta put my papers away. Hold on. That's what happens when you have a desk full of papers and folders and all that kind of stuff here. So, okay. At this time, I got 30 stations checked in. Any more stations you want to check in, please call now. Okay, at this time, I'm going to do my honorary check-ins. N9ARB, Tony, REC here in Seam. Let's do that one more time. N9ARB, Tony, REC here in Seamson County. Honorary check-in. This better have Tracy. N9TAB, HC honorary check-in. And we mustn't forget the Kishwaukee River Yacht Club, south of Rockford. Scott, AA9. Sugar Fox, HC honorary check-in. And Justin, K9FEO. I'm not heard from him reference that new microphone I'm going to be getting here. HC honorary check-in. One of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday, but I know he listens every Friday. Richard at Belvedere, N9ZO. HC honorary check-in. Oh, yes. Carrie, KD9MED, HC honorary check-in. I sent him a card a few days ago. Hopefully he got it. Hopefully he'll get back on the air soon. We sure miss his wonderful information he provides for us. And what have you. So, okay? Brandon, KD9LOA, HC honorary check-in. And Jonathan McConnell, KD9OVJ, HC honorary. He's studying to be, he's getting back on the McConnell Fire Department. He's studying to be in EMT. So he's been studying for his tests and what have you there. So Okay, I believe that's it as far as honorary check-ins go. I can't think of any more. Do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. I want to thank members of RAH, the RAH Board of Directors, Board of Trustees, Board of Directors, and of course, Kurt, K9RFD Repeater Chairman, for allowing us to use his repeater of the Friday Night Fun Net. By the way, I got to put him down. Kurt, K9N. Okay, I'm going to run down a list of check-ins so far. W9AXD, Tom and Janesville checked on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline is early bird check-in. K9SD, Pat checked in on the internet. He later called me on the phone. And AE9YE, David brought in early bird check-in. N9WSQ, George, our Repair Association in Dakota, he checked in early bird. And, okay. KD9MED, Delta, checked in on the internet. Okay, these are the stations checked in so far during the net. W9JTC, AC9GO, K9KTT, N9GBP, K9HKX, N9DLB, Xavier and Freeport, K9EPC, Allen Rochelle, K9QPL, Paul and Loves Park, K9QDP, Rick, K9MED, Mike. Thanks for all you do. You live stream this net on the internet and recording it for future rebroadcast. Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. W4EMB in Nashville, Tennessee, checking on the internet. Thank you for checking in. H9NW, K9QVW, AE9JF, K9CNW, K9RGG, AE9VU, Late Gene Duncan, W9GD. Myself, K9GCR, Net Control, W9AHF, Chad, Janesville. K9YI, Scott Monroe, N9CXK, Bob, a mile west of me here in Freeport. WX9RLT, Rick in Loves Park. H9CFL, another internet check-in, Mike and Rockton, and K9FLO, Dean, and Roscoe. Now my honorary check-ins, N9ARB, N9TAB, AA9SF, K9FEO, N9CO, K9MAP, K9LOA, K9OBJ, and last but surely not least, Kirk, KD9N, the repeater chairman who moved into his new QTA chair in Rockton. Total, let's see. Total, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 on-air check-ins. Let's see. 1, 2, I see, 3 internet check-ins, and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 honorary check-ins. Grand total of 39 check-ins. Okay. We have any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay. Be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your neighbors, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell your clerk behind the counter at the convenience store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood restaurants, bars, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell your new car dealer, your used car dealer. Mechanic. Sure. When they go buy stamps or envelopes. K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. Be sure you members your local PTA, PTO. Be sure you tell your bank president, your stockbroker. Tell the members. Be sure you tell your parole officer, probation officer, divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. More check-ins and better than that. Make sure you have a valid FCC license before you check in. We do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you take a knee or raise your fist at the playing of the national anthem, we don't take your check-ins. You don't bat the bull, we don't take your check-ins. That's all there is to it. Sorry. One moment, please. Okay, the weather, I've got the news on Channel 17. It's 10 degrees in Rockford and 11 degrees here in Freeport. Looking at the temperatures here. Okay, they're showing a picture of downtown Rockford. I think it's looking down Main Street there. There's already no traffic on the road at all. Everybody's at home listening to Friday Night Fun Net. That's why. Okay. I want to thank everybody for checking in. It was a great net tonight. Asking everybody what their plans are for Winter Field Day. Those who are participating, I wish you all the luck in the world. Hope you make a lot of contacts. I know I'm going to try to here at home. So, okay. I want to thank everybody for participating. With that, this is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. With around traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchetjaw. Okay, tune in again next week, same time, same repeater, we hope, for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR, Net Control of the Friday Night Fun Net, now closing down this Friday, it's special Winter Field Day edition of the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, January 28th, 2022, and return the repeater in the frequency normal land radio use at exactly 10:20 p.m. Central Standard time, 4 hours 20 minutes Zulu time, with a grand total of 39 check-ins. I'm gonna close down this net the way I opened it. CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day is Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Whiskey 9 Foxtrot Field Day. Roger, 3 Alpha Texas, please copy 1 Hotel Illinois, QSL. Roger, 73, good luck in the contest. Thanks everybody for checking in. This net is now closed and the repeater is now open for normal after radio use. 73s, everybody, this is K9GCR saying a 73s to all, and to all a good night and happy field day. K9MED, K9MED, K9GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it. 2 hour, 20-minute net. The net closed down at 10:20 p.m. with a total of 39 check-ins. That's unofficial. We may get some more here. Thanks for all you do, and thanks for those internet check-ins.
Copy that, Jimmy. This is KD9MED. Clear.
7-3, have a good evening. Talk to you later. K9GCR, be clear, and happy field day.